Just listen. Close your eyes. Just like that. Now raise your chin up another 30 degrees. 36 and a half. That's very good. According to the data, 4 centimeters will be the total sum. Now, as long as I keep my head tilted at an angle of 40 degrees, and even if I keep my glasses on, we should be able to avoid any nasal collision.
Listen, Yukimura, Himuro's don't want to counter is rising pretty quickly.
And just what is that supposed to mean? I thought you loved me, Himuro!
That hasn't been established for certain yet. I don't mean that. Yukimura, it's not that I don't want you to, I don't really understand it too well myself. Somehow, I just don't want to treat it like it was nothing more than a job of some kind. And even if you asked me for specifics, I wouldn't really know how to,
Himuro, you're so adorable!
Huh?
She has a point, Yukimura. A kiss isn't something you just do to get it over with. The right mood is important for this kind of thing.
Really? Mood?
Of course. You know, something like a restaurant with a view. Or walking along a beach at sunset. Kissing somewhere with a nice mood like that is what gives it its meaning.
Meaning, huh?
Yes, exactly. Like that time we were collecting date and time data on the Ferris wheel. You remember how good the mood was, right?
Huh. That's true. In that moment, I really wouldn't have minded. Maybe.
You see? I'm right, I told you.
I see. That's exactly what it was. In order to kiss, it's important to have the right mood. If we can define a precise mood value, we should be able to find an efficient technique for increasing it.
I'm not so sure. Can something as insubstantial as mood really exert such a powerful influence?
Oh yeah, it's pretty strong. And that's comparing external environments and nothing else. For example, take a situation with a high romantic mood value and compare it with a low value. You see?
How right you are! That's a terrifying difference!
If you push for a kiss in those conditions, Yukimura, I'd probably punch you in the face.
Why so much variation when the action's the same? Why the difference between the two situations?
Muscle tissue and overabundance?
Now I get it.
Then there's just
This!
It's not exactly wrong, but this definition is useless.
Well, it was sort of an extreme example, but I don't think we can call it a correct interpretation. So, Tarasuke, Mr. I Live Only on Love, a list of situations that might provide the right mood.
Well, if you insist, I ought to be able to breathe a little fire into this. If you want to whip up the right mood, it's gotta be one of these.
They all have good mood value except the last one.
I don't understand what all these situations have in common.
Aside from that one thing, could it be that they're all kind of beautiful places? What do you think?
trying to quantify beautiful or attractive can be incredibly difficult. A clearer factor might be that these are all places without a lot of people around, so the two can be alone, maybe.
I don't think that's an accurate postulate. What do you think of this, for example?
A secret kiss during the fireworks. How romantic.
What about this?
Yuck, they're all staring.
That could just make things challenging.
The equation should be something more like this.
I see now.
Something like a quiet place could be a common factor. If there's a lot of noise around, it could totally ruin the mood.
The express train is now departing on track 12.
Who will be angels in the land of death?
When we compare the results, we could say that when the surrounding decibel level rises, there's a corresponding drop in the mood and mood value.
Just the mention of decibels makes the mood drop.
Wouldn't you agree that dim light is as important as anything else? When people are in the dark, they start feeling naughtier than normal.
Psychologically speaking, it's true that dark places can allow more freedom and openness. Try something other than an environmental approach. A relaxed conversation with lots of pauses and silence. That might just work too. The two of you are always chattering away, debating everything. How about you just shut up for a second, look into each other's eyes?
Without talking?
Amazing! Did you feel that?
The mood really did increase. Can that actually be the effect of silence? We can add this into the calculation of mood value. The most important factors are these 5 here.
When will these two ever just kiss?
The question then is how to combine them.
Can't you just give each of them a value of 20 out of 100 and add them up together?
I don't think that'll work this time.
Huh?
We're talking someplace beautiful with no one around, and dim lighting where you can gaze into each other's eyes. But what if it were super noisy there?
For the sake of a brighter future...
That'd kinda kill the mood, wouldn't it?
That's true.
Which means that if any single factor out of these 5 is radically lower than all the others, then the entire mood value decreases. You have to define it to express that.
Who knew it could be so difficult?
All we have to do is multiply instead of add, right?
That would make regulating the numbers a pain.
Sounds like you're working on something interesting here.
Huh?
Why not try something like this? First, we'll make x the value of quiet and indicate a total value of 100. Let's see, that should do it. For example, let's use this equation and change the total value to 20. This is high school math in case you didn't recognize it. When you graph this equation, as you can see, anything less than 33 points rapidly becomes negative.
Of course. Then that means, in cases where it's insanely loud, the value of quietness would become negative infinity, even if the other values are the highest they can be. So when you add them together, no matter what you do, the mood value would always be negative infinity.
Plus, using this method, the value becomes intuitive and easy to understand.
Just what we'd expect from you, Professor.
I'll leave the setup and investigation of each factor to the two of you.
Yes, sir.
Yukimura and Himuro became completely immersed in their research until finally...
It's done.
Yes, we really did it.
I don't think I'm getting any of this.
The equation to define mood value. I'll make the effort and go over it with you, okay, Bear? The Beauty Index. You give it a point value based on feelings, and then take the average over a bunch of people, Bear. 100 points! Yay! It's the same! The number of third parties. When there are a lot of people around, you give them each a value of, say, negative 10,000. Though, honestly, even if you gave them negative 1 trillion, it wouldn't change the results. And that's the truth, Bear. The degree of illumination. Okay, so there's some wacky equations written here, but when you graph it, it turns out something like this. The highest points are about the brightness level of a candle, and if it gets much darker, the points drop drastically, Bear. Very funny, I can't see anything. The quietness index. This one's a little complicated, Bear. Basically with this, if it's loud, the mood value drops to negative infinity. The silently gazing at each other index. Another troublesome equation, Bear. So, the longer the period of time spent looking at each other, the higher the points, with 30 seconds as the highest score. But if it exceeds 60 seconds, it starts getting stupid and the points decrease, Bear.
And now, the results of the investigation. The most beautiful place on campus, where there aren't any other people, and where the brightness and quietness help create the right mood. This is that place. We've determined it's the roof of the Joint Research Tower at Sunset. This is the place most suited for kissing. The mood value is 92.
Would you kiss me now, Kanade?
Well, I'd really rather not, actually.
Why not? You know the current mood value is extremely high.
I mean, it's not like I have anything against you, you know what I'm saying? It's just that my kissing someone who isn't my boyfriend is a little...
But we have to have a control experiment for data collection. In order to investigate the basic conditions of love, we have to compare a kiss with someone you love against a kiss with someone you're not in love with.
Still, I mean, there's no reason to do it with everyone. Honestly, this is so embarrassing.
Stage 1 completed.
What am I, chopped liver? How come I'm only stage 1?
It was decided by ladder lottery. Quit complaining.
Tell me the truth. Did Yukimura do anything weird to you?
Having no other choice, he was offered the option of a hand kiss.
Was that all? Really? Nothing else happened?
If it's gonna make you cry, don't do this kind of experiment.
In Western countries, kissing's no big deal. Happens all the time. If you think about it, there's no reason to take it so seriously. Like this.
What?
Ibarata! What is going on here?
Isn't this part of the control experiment, too? I think most girls do this with each other, don't they?
No, they don't!
Actually, I haven't really done that either.
Really? Back in high school, pretty much everyone was doing it. Anyway, don't worry about it, relax. A kiss on the mouth between us two girls isn't really a kiss. It doesn't count. Now then, who's the next pair for the experiment?
Kosuke, you might be feeling a little reluctant, but for the experiment, please reconsider.
I, Kosuke Inukai, am a man who lives for one love alone. But if it will help make your love a reality, it'd be my pleasure.
As for where, not the cheek, the nose, forehead, or ear. I don't want it to be anywhere near my face. That said, I feel like a kiss on the foot might convey too much meaning and be misconstrued. So I'll have it on the back of my hand like Kanade.
Yes, ma'am, will do. Now just take a moment. Savor this.
Thank you, Kosuke. I felt absolutely nothing.
Okay, that hurts.
Wow, Himuro. 30 seconds. It's a really long time, isn't it?
I'm afraid I'll start feeling the urge to laugh.
Himuro? Your hand. Why are you... How come you're doing that?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Huh?
You see, I've never had any friends of the same gender before. It could be my personality, I guess. I've just never been able to fit into any group of girls. There wasn't a single one I felt close to. That's why, when you treat me like a friend, it makes me so happy. I thought it's sort of like having a little sister.
I'm so sorry, Himuro. You know, right now, don't take this wrong, but I think I could kiss you.
What?
I feel the same. I've always felt like I wanted an older sister.
That's so sweet, Kanade. What is this? What is this? What is this?
Hold on, hold on, hold on. This is so super embarrassing, so absolutely embarrassing.
30 seconds sure is a hell of a long time.
You just start feeling this urge to run away.
Are we really gonna kiss?
The experiment is necessary. It can't be avoided.
All right! Kosuke Inukai's gonna show you how manly he really is!
Just grit your teeth and take it. It'll be over in a second.
You wanna know what I think? Research is tough.
Kosuke, let me ask you something.
Huh?
What did you do during your experiment with Himuro?
Just a kiss on the hand.
And that was all? Nothing else whatsoever occurred?
No!
Yukimura, will you kiss me right here, right this instant?
I think not.
Yukimura, close your eyes.
Forget it! Get lost!
Sorry, but we have to kiss, you know? You need something to compare Himuro to, don't you?
In the event that irrational comparisons threaten to corrupt the results of this experiment, there's no need to actually engage in them.
And who gets to decide whether they're irrational or not? Besides, romantic emotions are irrational to begin with. Don't forget that.
She's so logical, it's nearly impossible to outmaneuver this woman. In which case, there's only one thing to do.
Wait! Did you know you're a really slow runner?
Look who's talking!
If you get a 5-star out of the 10-pill gacha, you can kiss me wherever you want. If you don't, you kiss my foot.
Piece of cake. You just watch this draw. And here it is!
I know it's a little bit late to say this, but we really picked a difficult lab. I mean, look at the things they're making us do with each other.
I had heard the Ikeda lab was totally whacked before I came here.
That's even more insane than I expected. We're allowed to do an indirect kiss, right?
We've managed to reach the final stage.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
It's all right. Do you think you're ready for this?
Yes, I'm good to go at any time.
Who would have thought that a kiss could turn out to be something this difficult?
Once we've cleared this, it will have brought us one step closer to proving our love, don't you think?
So you have no concerns about having to kiss a man as part of a verification process?
Yukimura, I'm sort of happy right now. Isn't it so beautiful here and so quiet? It's just you and me alone together. It really is a lovely atmosphere. This place indicated a high mood value, and it's substantiating that indication. The algorithm we built together, it was correct. You know what? I feel like I could do anything.
What is this atmosphere? Himuro looks 1.8 times more beautiful than normal. Could this be the effect of the mood? Right. Time to begin.
Look, please be... You see, Can you go slow? That's all I meant. Thanks.
Now, I can't let this mood slip away. A helicopter? If the noise level exceeds 70 decibels, the mood will plummet drastically.
Yukimura, the mood value!
Just relax. Once it passes, the noise level will subside. If we just keep gazing at each other, the mood value should hit its previous levels again.
Yes, that should work.
Okay, now if we just wait for 30 seconds. Oh no, I can't believe the sun is setting! There are no lights up here on the roof! Stay calm. I thought this might happen. I brought a fashionable candle. This should achieve the highest mood value for brightness.
Hi. Yukimura, Himuro, have you guys finished yet? Sorry, if you still have stuff to do.
When there's a third party, the mood drops by negative 10,000 points.
Sorry, folks. I'd like to lock up the roof if you don't mind before it gets too dark.
There's another one!
Aha! So this is where the two of you have been.
Now we have overabundant muscle tissue! Curses! All hope is gone. We'll never be able to restore the mood again. The experiment's a failure. Our plan was perfect. The equation that we developed. We spent all that time.
Honestly, I don't care about any mood anymore. Just shut up and kiss me!
But you're the one who said mood was necessary for proper success.
Your execution is entirely unacceptable.
It isn't my fault the mood value dropped so low.
Well, maybe not,
This worked
but...
out.
Looks like I barged in at the wrong moment for our young couple.
No, don't worry, it's just an experiment. They're not actually dating each other.
Really? But they're certainly insistent about needing to kiss.
At the rate we're going, we're never gonna be able to kiss.
Well, I don't want to give up either. But what did you mean when you said you didn't care about the mood value?
Oh, well, I only meant that. I know it's an experiment, but it's my first. If I had a choice, I'd prefer a wonderful kiss. But I don't know anything about romance, so it just isn't possible for me. All the other experiments we performed will be wasted if we don't. We just need to hurry up and do it. So let's do it now.
For now, I've chosen a spot for the kiss that would appear to cause the least damage. You said it wasn't possible for you. You shouldn't base decisions on supposition. One day, I will give you a kiss of the highest theoretical value. Just you wait.
I will.
What did they just make us watch? Okay, these are the findings. In the kissing experiment, the couple with the greatest overall change in vital stats is, drumroll please, the Yukimura-Ibarra pairing.
I couldn't even measure up to Kosuke?
That can't be!
This is so depressing.
Hang on, Ibarata. None of these results have any validity because we just ran around like idiots. Are you kidding me?
Can anyone tell me what the point of this experiment was?
Next time, Proof 7. Science types fell in love, so they tried having a drinking party.